High School. It is our pleasure to welcome you to our first all-school Spice Day in several years. Mrs. Shaheen and I have enjoyed working with Blue and White Society this year to enhance the traditions we as a school have already developed, as well as to bring back some past traditions that promote a positive school culture. Too often, we focus on the negative, but today we celebrate what we like to call town pride. As you entered, you saw just a sampling of the many accomplishments of NAHS. There are so many great events and successes that you achieve, and we want to show off. Thanks to a supportive administration, faculty, and student body, especially our seniors, who are leaving us in just a few short days. We have a great program for you today.
And now, we would like to welcome to the stage the man behind the yearbook and all the books, our librarian, Mr. Schmalbach.
Thank you, Mrs. Shaheen and Mrs. Bartlett. So, what is tradition? Tradition is something that occurs from year to year, generation to generation. Tradition is one thing that helps tie us together as a community. It is our shared experiences that give us togetherness. Norristown is the home to many great traditions, and one of them is Spice. Spice is the yearbook of NAHS, which was in continual publication since 1896. For 122 years, Spice has kept the written record of Norristown High. And another tradition is Spice Day, which historically is the day that students receive their copy of the yearbook. This day has been celebrated as an assembly by Norristown students for over 80 years. You might wonder why you're here today. Isn't this just for seniors? For most of the 80 years that this day has existed, it was an all-school event, and we are very happy to bring it back as an all-school event. Those seniors are our focus in any yearbook. The yearbook is the record of the entire school year, and all of us make up that school year. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, staff, faculty, administrators have had their part to play in the events and happening that made up this 2018 school year. And we wanted to bring everyone together to celebrate as a school community and celebrate all of the successes of this school year. As you saw in the slideshow that was running as you entered the auditorium, there is much to be celebrated at Norristown. Norristown has everything to offer to any student who is willing to accept the challenge. Be proud of where you are from and who you are. In the Blue and White, the school song, there is a line that always rings true. With a spirit never conquered, for NHS we fight. We must stand strong and tell our Norristown story to the world to make them see that there is much to be proud about, all that is great about this school, and all of the people in it. As a Norristown graduate myself, class of 1995, and on behalf of all the alumni, I extend my congratulations to the class of 2018. Know that everybody here is proud of your achievements. To the classes of 2019, 2020, and 2021, hopefully you can envision how you too will, in a short time, be the class sitting at the front of this auditorium, ready to march into your future. Value your time here, put the work in that you know needs to be done, and keep your eye on the end goal. Production of the yearbook is a difficult task, but the final result is always worth it. I'd like to thank a few specific seniors for their help on this year's book. Kim Castillo, Ashley Kinsey, Zaria Willis-Boggs, and Jessica Yates all gave their time, and I thank them for their efforts. I would also like to congratulate Hannah Griffin on having her poem entitled Graduation Is selected to lead off the senior section of this year's book. Each year, an official copy of the yearbook is given to the school to take its place in the annals of NAHS history. At this time, I ask Mr. Roth, principal of Norristown High School, to come to the stage to accept a copy on behalf of the school.
Thank you, sir. You're very welcome. Good afternoon. Come on, come on, come on. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day. Today is a special day for two reasons. One, today is a special day because many of you are going to leave here with copies of this phenomenal book. And I want to tell you how important this book is to me. Because when I first got here 10 months ago, I knew none of you. And so I studied this book as much as I could so that way I knew names and faces. And when you look back on this book, it won't be learning names and faces, it will be reminding you of those that you knew, that you loved, as you move forward with the rest of your lives. And I also, just real quick, want to say, and this is the most important thing I have to say, so hear me out. When I got here, so many people talked about how important this day was, how important tradition and pride in the Norristown area high school are. So today, know you are a part of something special, because what was old is new again, and this is just another step in Norristown continuing to be the greatest high school in Pennsylvania. And with that, I am going to turn it back to one of the people who embodies all that is great about the Norristown area high school, Mr. Schmalbach. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Roth. Another part of the tradition surrounding Spice Day is the revelation of the person to whom the yearbook is dedicated. Since 1932, seniors have chosen a teacher who has had a lasting impact on their class and the school to receive this honor. To help welcome this year's dedicatee, I now call upon past dedicatees with us today to come on stage. Mr. Neil Schaefer, dedicatee 2004. Mr. Michael Santangelo, dedicatee 2009, and NAHS class of 1983. Mrs. Janet Schaefer, dedicatee 2010. Mr. Joseph Payon, dedicatee 2013. Mrs. Kate Bartlett, dedicatee 2015. Mr. Dennis Flynn, dedicatee 2016. Mr. Adam Irvine, dedicatee 2017. And also, let's give a shout out to Mr. Eric Glazier, 2012, who's still at home recuperating from his knee surgery. So, this year's dedicatee. Dedication is an apt term to use when speaking about our 2018 Spice dedicatee. Our dedicatee is a Norristown native, walked these very halls as a student, graduating as a member of the class of 1981. He graduated from Cabrini College in 1985 with a bachelor's degree in English and Communications, and in 1988 earned his master's degree in theater from Villanova. Prior to starting his teacher career at Norristown, he worked at Cabrini as Director of Resident Life. He started teaching English at NAHS in 1992 and now directs our Communications Center and NASD TV, and teaches philosophy. He sponsored the Wingspan Norristown school newspaper for many years. Besides his passion for the students of NAHS, he is the artistic director of Iron Age Theater, which he co-founded in the early 90s. The company has produced over 65 plays, performed at the Montgomery County Cultural Center, and more recently in Philadelphia. He met and married his wife Lisa and started his family while working and living at Cabrini. He has 2 daughters, Tina and Stephanie, who are both married to 2 great guys. I don't believe there is another single person who has given as much of his time, expertise, and himself to our school as our 2018 dedicatee. Dedication is the appropriate term, but it doesn't seem like enough for someone who gives so much. He is the man who is everywhere and the one to go to when you need something. So on behalf of the editorial board of SPICE, the senior class of 2018, I am pleased to announce that Mr. John Doyle is SPICE dedicatee for 2018. Certificate suitable for training. Thank you. I want you to, please. I insist.
This is a surprise, and I would say too, once I can hear myself, I would say equally that getting this award the first year we return to this room as a community for Spice Day is particularly important. This school can only survive when we are a unified group of people working together to do righteousness. And so it is an honor to be here with you as a group. And so on behalf of this amazing group of people to my left, like this extraordinary group of coworkers, Mr. Smallbach, I just want to say thank you to whoever voted out there for me. And if you didn't vote, you made a mistake probably if you didn't vote for me. And like peace and value other people's humans' lives and all the things I say in philosophy. And last but not least, if you're a senior, be here at 7:30 next Wednesday morning for graduation practice. Are we clear? All right, peace, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Doyle, and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Venezia and Mr. Troutman, the sponsors of the class of 2018.
Good afternoon, everyone, and especially my seniors. Well, here we are at the end of your Norristown journey. Where did the time go? When I signed on to be your sponsor, I'll be honest, I didn't know what to expect. I'm not a teacher, so I knew I wouldn't have that day-to-day relationship with you that your teachers have. I'll admit I was a little scared and worried about how things would go. But from the first couple of meetings that we held, I knew that my decision to serve as a sponsor was the right one. Thinking back to freshman year when we first got started as a class, we were all so new to this. But look at all that we have accomplished. How many fundraisers? So many. Coupon books, bake sales, pretzels, flowers, shirt sales, all with the junior prom, the senior banquet, and the senior prom in mind. I hope that all of you that attended these events enjoyed them, and then that they will be fond memories from your time here at Norristown. But please know that some of your fellow classmates worked very hard to make these events great for all of you. I want to thank those especially that have gotten involved, whether you were an officer or just a class member who graciously volunteered your time to help out. There were many of you that always went the extra mile without even having to be asked. I just want you to know that I appreciate your efforts. I'm going to leave you with something that I read recently, the 5 W's of life. Who you are is what makes you special. Do not change for anyone. What lies ahead will always be a mystery. Do not be afraid to explore. When life pushes you over, you push back harder. Where there are choices to be made, make the one you won't regret. And why things happen will never be certain, but take it in stride and move forward. It has been an honor to serve as your sponsor these past 4 years, and I wish nothing but the best for all of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially good afternoon, class of 2018. I think Ms. Venezia did an excellent job summarizing how we both feel today, and she's a tough act to follow, so I'll do my best. It's also been a pleasure for me to serve as one of your class sponsors for these past 4 years. Your class is the first class that I've sponsored, and I learned a lot about the hard work and dedication it takes from everyone in order to make your experience here at Norristown Area High School one you will never forget. I would like to thank all of the teachers, the staff, the administrators for being supportive of the many, many, many fundraisers that we have done over the years. From Chipotle to Bertucci's, from coupon books to Pretzel Thursdays, from freshman t-shirts to senior t-shirts. Your contribution of time and effort helped us to plan and prepare for the events that made your junior and senior years awesome. So now it's time to begin to say goodbye. 4 years went by in the blink of an eye. In those short 4 years, you have done so much to make Norristown a better place. You were a part of student summits, leadership programs, pep rallies, music programs, art programs, and sports, just to name a few. All of those opportunities gave you the chance to showcase your talents and demonstrate your school pride. All of those opportunities gave everyone a look at a class that will be a tough to top. And I'm speaking directly to the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen now. This class will be tough to top. In 6 days, but who's counting? In 6 days, you will walk across this stage one final time. Ms. Venezia and I will have the honor of announcing your names as you make that walk. It will be a bittersweet moment, but a moment that will make your parents, families, teachers, and friends very proud. Most of all, you should be proud of yourselves and everything you've accomplished. Congratulations, and don't be a stranger. Okay. So at this time, we are excited to announce our senior spring athletes for the 2018 season. We ask that if, as your name is called, you come to the stage to be applauded. After, we ask that you hold your applause until every athlete for this particular sport has been announced. And then athletes, once your sport is announced, you are to return to your seats. Okay. First is softball. Morgan Colbreth, Hannah Griffin, Ashley Kinsey, Eliza Escobedo, and manager Isaiah Webb. Wait for them to come up.
Boys tennis, Dan Walsh, Edward Mincarelli, Martin Cruz, Michael Tay, Brandon Rodriguez, Josh Siegel, Kevin Hernandez, and Ruben Gutapali, Ivan Lee, and Charlton Moore Sweet.
Okay, that's fine. Just let them come up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Take a bow, guys. Take a bow. Girls lacrosse, we only had one senior this year, Brianna McIntyre. But we did have two fabulous managers, Mario and Richard, if you would come up with Brianna. And you can do track.
Next is track and fields, and I hear rumors there's a state champion among us. Tyler McCrae, Janae Cook, Jeremiah Bynum, Skylar Myers, and Ajia Anderson. Do you want to do baseball or? Okay. I'll do baseball. Congratulations, guys. And last but not least, baseball. Jeremiah Levine, Pat Perna, Matt Bates, and Ben Cardy. Who am I turning it over to? Okay. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome the better half of the yearbook duo, Mrs. Amy Smith.
You want to take our stuff?
Yeah, I guess we should.
Up next is the N-Town Step Team. Please join me in giving them a big Norristown Eagles welcome.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I want to know who my representing in here tonight. Hold on.
Keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? You said you cared for me,
Louisiana, murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know. Yeah. Everybody get your roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let that thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone, bill, car, no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life, yeah. That's a real one in your reflection.
the Spice Day video.
It was so corny, I couldn't do it.
Spice Day.
What is she doing?
She's feeling it. She's celebrating Spice Day.
Don't speak of puppies, because...
In town!
Congratulations on the end of the year. Go Eagles!
I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? Rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like proving wrong. I do what they say I can't. They call me Cardi, Cardi, bang it body, spicy mommy, hot tamale, hotter than a Somali. Bird, go, Ferrari, hop up the stoop, jump in the coupe. What's his name? I need the dollars to just beat it up like pinata. Need anything, need check, need
I spend in the club, what you have in the bank. This is the new religion bank, el Latino gang, yeah. Está toda servieta, pero es que en el closet tengo mucha grasa. Ya mudé la Gucci pa' dentro de casa, yeah. Me gusta el acento de la colombiana, como me ve el culo la dominicana. Lo rico que me chinga la venezolana. Andamos activos, pero...
Formation. Give me a P, give me a E, give me a T, T, Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P.
move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the beat. Let's ride up, throw it out and bang, bang, bang. Move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the beat. Let's ride up, throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the bang. Move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the beat. Throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the beat, move to the bang. Move to the beat, 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 move to the move to the move to the move to the move 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 to the move 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 to the move 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 to the 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 beat, 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 move 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 to the move 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 to the move 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 to the 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 move 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 to the beat, move 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 to the move 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 to the move 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 to the move 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 to the beat, 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 throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, 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 move to the beat. Let's ride up, throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, throw it out and bang. Move to the beat, 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 move to the 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 beat, 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 move to the move to the move to the move to the.
Were you a good boy today?
fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself, I fight God. Just tell me how many burdens left. I fight pain and hurricanes, today I wept. I'm trying to fight back tears, flood on my doorsteps. Life you live in hell, puddles of blood in the street, shooters on top of the building, government aid ain't relief. Earthquake, the body drop, the ground breaks, the poor run with smoke lungs and scarred face. Who need a hero? You need a hero, look in the mirror, there go your hero. Who on the front lines at ground zero? My heart don't skip a beat even when hard times bumps the needle. Mass destruction and mass corruption, the souls of suffering men clutching on deaf ears again, rapture's coming. It's all prophecy, and if I gotta be sacrificed for the greater good, then that's what it gotta be.
Representing it here tonight. Hold on.
Louisiana, murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know? Yeah. Everybody get your roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you. But it's alright, and you're showing off, but it's alright, it's a short life.
Yeah, boy. I mean, watch the breakdown.
I'm in charge of the choirs. One thing that we do every year, and this is a tradition that has predated me, but we sing one particular song. It is always dedicated to our seniors, and so we, the Select Choir, would like to dedicate this song to the class of 2018. Shameless plug, my seniors.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have two quick things to say. The first is that I want for you to give yourselves a round of applause. If we needed an example of how great the Norristown Area High School is, I can't think of a better one than putting 1,700 people together in one room and having it be a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. And the last thing that I want to say is this. Hey, give me one more minute, because this last thing is so important. We are about to gather here next week so that we can make these great men and women in the front they are about to become a part of something that is very special. And that something that's very special is they are about to become a part of an amazing alumni group. The rest of you will come back here. And when you come back, if you were not a part of some of the great things that you saw today, then come back ready to be a part. I love this school. I love each and every one of you. And in just a minute, we're going to dismiss you. Seniors, you're going to stay put because we've got yearbooks and directions for you. At this time, I am going to ask the freshman class.
Thank you.